What if every nation in the world experienced a dark age at the same time? What if the only way out of that dark age was to weather the storm or to collapse the rebels? Today we're going to find that out using Plati's Eclipse of Empires disaster mod. This mod adds a disaster that great powers can experience after 100 years in the great power spot outside of a golden era. I went in and changed the requirements so that everybody gets the disaster at the same time in 1444, and we're going to observe the game and see how things go. This is something that's new to the channel, and I'm curious if you guys like it, and if you do, please leave a comment down below with some feedback, and if you have some fun ideas of things you'd like to see in this sort of style, please make sure you leave them down below as well. All right, let's see how this runs. We're going to be getting some true Drew Durnal type vibes here. Shout out Drew Durnal. So everybody in the world is going to tick up towards this disaster here. Everybody. It can't be stopped, but once it's run its course, it should go away from everybody. So we'll see exactly how that goes. What the disaster gives is 20 national unrest plus 50 minimum autonomy and minus 50% governing capacity. Oof, the events have happened. They have their negative stability. Do you guys remember in 1.31 when Leviathan first released and they did this every game, no matter what? So funny. So if we take a look at the unrest map mode now, you see, yeah, these guys not feeling too good. Look at that. Every single province has 34, 20 in that one. Lithuania, 45 unrest in those provinces. So we're going to let this go a couple of months and see. Lithuania has released Chernigov. Oh, and there you go. Bunch of provinces getting occupied. Tengri zealots, Novgorodian particularists, peasants, Orthodox zealots. Ming's mandate is starting to tank here as they released Wu. As these Indian sultanates start getting Hindu rebels, they're definitely going to be switching over to their religion. Lithuania is definitely going to get force converted to Orthodox. Oh, it's a lot of black lines in the world. That is a lot of black lines. So if these guys break to rebels, they should be out of the disaster, if I recall correctly. Bohemia's got their Hussite zealots, and they're converting them. No. So yeah, Tunis should break to these rebels. They should enforce their demands. Okay, cool. And I definitely want to see, I'm gonna let the game run for a while. Minsk? Noni, what is this? Tribal kingdom? Is this a Cossack breakaway state with a dragon logo? Let's go, dude. Yeah, it is. It's a Cossack breakaway state. How funny is that, dude? Look at all those black lines, man. So funny. So as they collapse to their rebels, I'm curious to see what happens in the long term. So these guys are about to get force converted. Hussite is indeed the state religion. Absolutely just chaos. Just pure chaos. Rebel fighting rebel. Yeah, Portugal, you don't look too good, buddy. Take a look at the Ottomans. They're getting absolutely destroyed by rebels. But once they break, they're realistically going to be fine. Lithuania is not coming back from this. Lithuania is absolutely destroyed. Denmark has lost both of its personal unions. Timmy looks about as you would expect. And oh my God, what happened to China? China is not looking good. Korea looking rock solid. As expected, these guys over here are for the most part all followers of the faith now. Sirhind is Hindu, Delhi is Hindu, Bengal is Hindu, everybody's Hindu over here. Poland is about to collapse to rebels now. Uh-oh, looks like we've got some Nitran separatists. Shout out Parmy, my Slovakian boy. Love you, Parm. Castile still just like dealing with it. That's the issue, is that it will end after 25 years, assuming they don't collapse to rebels. So that's the question. Looks like England collapsed. Ottoman still has not collapsed. They're just holding on. But yeah, they're about to collapse. New World looks completely normal. So yeah, these guys are having these issues, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, like what are the rebels going to be? Lower their taxes? Oh no, that'd be terrible. I would hate to have rebels that lowered my taxes in America. Albanian separatists, Corfuan separatists. Oh, Castile, bro, just succumb to the rebels. There's no reason to be fighting this. They're trying to siege back Toledo, but it ain't gonna do anything. And there you go. They have literally 0 crown land, and they took the state statutory rights. All right. Poland just got declared on by Teutons. Let's go, dude. Though they're at war, so I don't think you can break to rebels while at war. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. And there they are. Say hello to Nietzsche, everybody. Gender reveal. It's a boy. Yo, what is going on down here, Otto? Otto getting beat up on by the, did they attack them? They did. Otto, what's going on with you, baby? And they have a ton of rebels popping up as well. What in the world, man? Oh, their autonomy is so bad. Yo. Yeah, Ottomans, I don't know why you would be declaring an offensive war while you have such low autonomy and you're getting your wiener kicked in by rebels. Doesn't seem intelligent, man. They're getting full occupied in rebels despite being the aggressor in this war. So funny. Poland absolutely just got clapped, looking very rough. Lithuania, not feeling so good either. Muscovy has lost all of his subjects, except for now they have Tver as a personal union, who's got 100% liberty desire. France lost all their subjects as well. Oh, poor Otto. Yeah, Otto not looking too good. Still a lot of black lines here, even 15 years after the start. Most major nations, if not all nations, have collapsed. Now, a lot of them are having secondary disasters. Yeah. Oh, man. Just this horrible downward spiral. See, they call it the Dark Ages for a reason. Nobody can even write stuff down because they're all either dead or, like, rebelling. China still looking pretty much the same as it did before. Japan consolidating a little bit. And so checking in, England is still absolutely crumbling. Looks like they are currently losing a war to France. They are actually a PU under Portugal. And France is contesting it. So that's a little bit of shenanigans. Albania is indeed whole. Ottomans doing okay, all things considered. Poland is gone. We now have an independent Kiev all the way over here in Chelm. First round of idea groups, exploration. Exploration. Not unlocked yet. Admin. Religious. Bohemia took economic. China is an absolute mess. What in the world is this? Looks like Bamanis is Shia. I was thinking that they were Hindu, but maybe they switched back? I'm not sure. Yeah, because Bengal definitely switched back to Sunni as well. HRE still going pretty strong. Austria is looking to push at least one more reform before the Reformation really starts kicking in. Austria got the Burgundian inheritance. Not bad. These guys are about to break to Pretender rebels here in Aragon. Castile already had the Castilian Civil War. Now they're going to have generic civil war as well. And they lost it. Well, that didn't last too long. Naples is a PU under France. Africa looks remarkably similar. Maybe a couple of small changes, but for the most part, things look pretty samey from what you would expect in 1444. Same thing over here in Central Africa. Looks like Byzantium is not long for this world. Feels bad. F in the chat for Byzantium. Teuton's having a good game. Looks like Teuton's going to be eating quite a bit of land over here. With Poland crumbling, there's definitely a power vacuum in this area that is looking to be filled by all kinds of different people. Ooh, Denmark took a big bite out of Sweden. Denmark. Novgorod also took a big bite out of Sweden. And Muscovy by the looks of it. Goodness gracious, Novgorod having a good game. Speaking of, did you guys see the patch notes for last week's patch notes? Looks like Novgorod is going to get the Great Vichy Republic. So when they form Russia, they're going to get some special, unique, Republican Tsardom. Very cool. Very, very cool. I don't know if I've really seen this pink tag. Chew. Pretty cool, though. Now, I don't plan to intervene on anything, so I'm just going to let the game run for a bit and kind of see what happens. Yo, we got an independent Finland. And what in the heck is going on over here in France? This dude down here ate half of them, and Austria ate the rest. For some reason, there's a Protestant Navarra over here, but the centers of Reformation are in Schleswig, as well as Lübeck, as well as Nuremberg. People are just gobbling up the final pieces of France that are left over. I wouldn't be surprised to see this tag just completely die out. Kind of crazy. Austria at war again, pushing a PU over Bohemia against a pretty strong Teutons. So, oh my gosh, man. Austria absolutely pumping out the armies. If you squint your eyes, though, you can see there is still indeed Byzantium over here, and OPM over in this Achia. France is a one-province minor in Baron. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. I'm enjoying the border gore over here. I don't know about you guys. Do leave a comment though. Tell me a little bit about some of the border gore you guys have seen. What is the most wild AI generated border gore you've ever seen in EU4? I'm really curious. Reformed has also spawned already. Quite early, but it's in Bremen up here. So we'll see what kind of shenanigans that gets into. Castile still just over here just getting absolutely battered. No disaster, just a lot of rebels, I guess. So when you're looking at tech here, you got Admin 7. Admin 5 in Lithuania, tied with the Great Horde. Colonialism has not spawned yet. Okay, we're waiting on that. Interestingly, Austria never pushed the personal union on Bohemia. It looks like they gave up on the war against the Teutons. Aside from that, though, they're having a pretty good game. They are the #1 great power. Oh, they did. They went Protestant. Oh, the Teutons went Protestant. Yeah, that means they're just waiting on Admin Tech 10, and they can form Prussia. Oh, I love that. This is the most blessed timeline. Sadly, Bohemia gave up the Hussites and are now Catholic. That makes me sad, though. My brothers and sisters, I am happy to tell you that in the year 1508, Theodoro not only exists, but has grown. Ottomans slowly making a comeback. Byzantium still alive. But Ottomans slowly making a comeback. I respect it. I respect it. Yo, we got some Sikhs over here. We actually have quite a few Sikh nations popping up in India. So that's pretty cool. Might actually see a little bit of like a regional hegemon. How cool would that be? Protestant and Reformed looking quite good, actually. Germany's mostly converted already, and we're only 20 years into the Reformation. And colonialism finally did spawn in Porto. I think it must have been last year or the year before that. So that's finally good. It seems that the disaster crushed their economies, so they didn't feel confident sending out colonists. Understandable. For some reason, Brabant took a couple of provinces over here from Brittany. I have no idea what's going on with that. Taking a look at the tech map here in Europe and Serbia. What happened, bro? Miltech 5. Oh, boys, I've seen it. There's a Prussia here. They have religious, trade, and defensive. So, could be better. We're like over 90 years in, and Minsk still hasn't changed literally anything at all. We do see Brabantian France, which looks pretty cool. I can dig that. Ottomans slowly making the recovery. Shun, Yan, and Wu have taken over China. Korea looks remarkably similar. One province changed. Japan is still Japan. And New World natives are equally as annoying as they have ever been. Ottomans have since passed Austria. Castile is slowly gaining a little bit of traction here, but Austria has indeed done well. They integrated Hungary. And now Prussia's over here, and looks like they actually just finished up a war, eating up a bit of Lithuania. Look at those borders, looking for those borders, Prussia. I respect it. Hey, Minsk has grown. Minsk attacked Lithuania while they were down, and they took a bunch of provinces. Let's go, finally. The League War has begun, and boy, this is an absolute mess. So if you take a look at the actual leagues, here you can see green is Catholic, because that makes sense, and blue is Protestant, which actually makes sense. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. If we take a look at the numbers here, they are pretty even, all things considered. I'm actually surprised the Protestants declared. Usually they only declare if they're like outnumber the Catholics. So, there you go, Prussia. Yeah, beat them up. I just want to take a second to acknowledge the fact that Mainz is backing Man for the Imperial throne. Man, like the Isle of Man. I love that, actually. I love that a lot. Yeah, it is definitely not looking good for the Catholics. No surprise. I mean, Austria alone has lost 80,000 men just to attrition. So AI gonna AI, I suppose. They are mostly occupied. Castile is full occupied. So, yeah, sooner or later, some separate pieces are going to start happening. Orleans joined via petition for membership as they are a subject of Brabant, which I thought was pretty cool. You don't see that very often in vanilla. Seems like the tide of war has turned. Austria has sieged back all of its land except for a province over here. And Prussia is actually getting sieged down right now. Castile is still full occupied, and I assume they're going to peace out very soon here. Genoa also not feeling too well. But losses are still very, very heavy on the Catholic side. Novgorod peaced out, giving some land over to Muscovy. Castile is absolutely just falling apart. I don't know how they are even existing at this point. Considering how many rebels we have seen in Castile throughout this campaign, and then up to and including this full occupation, they are at 20 war exhaustion. And like, what are they going to do? Brandenburg is also at max war exhaustion. This war just keeps going back and forth and back and forth. Looks like we're probably going to get religious peace. Over a whopping 500,000 dead. 250,000 dead from Austria alone. That is crazy. And they still have 160,000 men running around somewhere. Also, what the heck is Byzantium doing still alive? I don't understand. Must be that ally they have in Rhodes keeping them safe, right? I'm curious what they want from Castile, because they've got them like 100%. Like, they could get whatever they wanted from them. Yeah, they have 77 war score. They could literally get anything. I wonder why they're waiting. The AI just has this incessant need where they have to 100% each other. They cannot peace out at 75% war score. There you go. Castile was released, and they indeed did release Galicia, Leon, and Asturias. And it looks like we also have a Toulouse that was released. Very cool. You can see who's released because they're guaranteed. Like Paderborn was released, which remarkably looks like, you know what, never mind. And the numbers are still in favor of the Catholics. It looks like war exhaustion and war enthusiasm is dropping heavily. And it looks like Austria is being sieged down again. So this pendulum for this war has swung back and forth like 3 times each way. Bohemia released Lusatia and Moravia. Oh, the peace was declared. Peace was declared. What did we get? Yep. The Peace of Augsburg. All right. Well, you know, could have been different, but I'm all right with it. Mainz is still backing Man for the Imperial throne, and that is good enough for me. Orleans was annexed by Brabant. So it seems like the major outcome of the mod was basically created a coin flip on whether or not a nation would survive and or thrive later on. Castile, obviously slow to thrive. Ottomans, slow to thrive, but they did. Austria came out pretty much normal, honestly. Teutons ended up filling up the void because Poland completely collapsed. Poland and Lithuania had absolutely nothing left after that. Denmark kind of got beat up on, but Sweden got dismantled. France got absolutely obliterated, and then obviously Ming did, but that's hard to say whether or not that would have happened anyway. So India looks remarkably similar to 1444, hardly any major changes. New World is literal garbage, I hate it. Portugal's over here, and this is Castile, that's it. So it seems that the lack of stability and the lack of money led to very, very few colonizations going on overall. The Reformation, quite strong, I would say. Great powers are Austria, but only because the Ottomans have not embraced institution. Muscovy, England, and Prussia, all with under 600 dev, which is crazy to me. Brabant, Milan, and Portugal. I just wanted to try something a little different today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure you let me know. I do appreciate feedback, and if you guys want to see these sorts of, Drew Durnal sort of observe types of videos, please make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know. And if you have a suggestion of like a change that you would like to see, let me know in the comments down below. I'm happy to give it a try. One that I have in my mind is that whenever somebody gets declared war on, they get a buff. So the defender in the war will always get a buff. Basically, just see how the AI manages that. I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you feel about that. If you did enjoy, please make sure you leave a like on the video. I really do appreciate that. I've been putting a lot of time into Chewbert, a lot of love. If you appreciate it and you want to see more, please leave a like. And if you haven't already subscribed, I definitely recommend you do that. If you want to join my Discord, my subreddit, my Twitter, it's all linked in the description below. And if you have an extra buck or two and you want to toss it my way, you can check out my Patreon as well. It is very much appreciated, and I couldn't do this without my patrons. So big shout out, you guys. You rock, and I love you. But I think that's about all I've got for you for today. So until next time, guys, stay chill.